homemade mayonnaise on our bacon, avocado, and radicchio sandwiches. A little bit of cheddar too. Our ingredients list for mayonnaise consists of 1 room temperature egg, a couple of tablespoons of room temperature water, a couple of tablespoons of fresh squeezed lemon juice, room temperature neutral oil such as grapeseed oil, vegetable or canola oil, and salt. The tools that we need to make our mayonnaise are a whisk, a small strainer, a spatula is handy, a container to separate the eggs into, and I find it really handy to have a pot. This is an empty pot. My bowl fits in here nicely, and it allows me to emulsify the oil while whisking with the other hand and the bowl stays stable. It's just a very handy trick when making mayonnaise. The first step is going to be taking our large egg and separating the yolk from the white. And the best way to do that is to crack an egg on a flat surface. If you crack an egg on the edge of a counter or a table, it tends to push fragments of the shell inside and break or contaminate the yolk and the white. So what we'll do here is crack it on a flat surface, and the best way to separate a yolk from a white is with hands like this, not using the halves of the shell, because again there's some sharp edges that could puncture your yolk. The first step after breaking our eggs, separating them and putting the yolk in the bowl is to add our lemon juice. And the reason why adding the lemon juice is the first ingredient after the egg yolk is because it's necessary to utilize the acid from the lemon juice to denature the egg yolk. That's what allows the egg yolk to accept the oil and emulsify properly without breaking. So after adding the lemon juice, you just break up the egg yolk a little bit. If you don't have lemon juice, you could use vinegar. A lot of different acids would be suitable. It's the acid that's creating this function and this preparation by denaturing the egg yolk. 1 whole egg yolk from a large egg has the capacity to accept about 8 ounces of oil emulsified into it. So I'm going to add just a pinch of salt. And having the oil in a bottle with a small spout makes it a lot easier to emulsify the oil into it without pouring too much at once and risk breaking your emulsion. Emulsions are an important aspect of cooking techniques. There's 3 main classifications. There is temporary, permanent, and semi-permanent emulsions. So mayonnaise is considered a permanent emulsion because after being emulsified, it doesn't separate, or it shouldn't. The opposite end of the spectrum, something that's a temporary emulsion, would be like oil and vinegar vinaigrette. And it's temporary because very shortly after whisking your olive oil or whatever oil you're using together with your vinegar, it will break or separate. So learning about emulsions is kind of a fundamental building block of cooking technique. You don't ever want to use olive oil when making a mayonnaise because of the acids that are present in olive oil are very oxidative. So what ends up happening is those oxidative acids become very acrid and bitter. So as tempting as it sounds to have an olive oil based mayonnaise, it's not going to make the best product. You can see how this is thickening up considerably. You'll know when you have the right amount of oil because it will be almost as thick as whipped cream. Peaks will stand on the surface of this mayonnaise, and it's accepted as much oil as possible. I'm going to stop here for a second and just show you. This squeeze bottle of oil was completely full when we started, and this is only one egg yolk from one large egg, just to give you an idea of how much I've used so far. And this is still quite thin. We're going to be able to add most of this oil to it. If you liked this video, press the subscribe button or the like button and leave a comment. And the proportions for this preparation will be listed below. I hope you enjoyed it.